I was trying to think of an intro for this week. I couldn't come up with nothing. I couldn't come up with nothing. And then I realized that's exactly what you guys deserve. Nothing. Nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, miscreants, mollifiers, welcome to the show. I am the anonymous librarian. You can call me Al. Another month, April is done, or basically done. It's gonna be done when you see this. So let's look forward to the month of May. Yes, I do actually know how a calendar works. I know which months come before and after what. I know you guys doubt me. I don't know why. You know I'm a genius. But fine. Let's not waste our time on that. Let's just get into the books. What am I planning to read? And let's start as always with the comics and manga. Comics and manga. First I'll be picking up a manga. So you say it in South Africa, it's a manga. I'm probably not sure. Manga, we'll stick to manga. You know what? You guys are English, I'm English. I'm not English, I'm African. Well, I'm English enough. Who cares? Who cares? I'm South African. You guys are whatever. Nobody really cares. I really don't care what you are. I really don't care. And not even like it. I don't care what you are. You can be whatever you want to be. Yeah, sure, in that way as well. But also, I don't even really care. I mean, you can be a mist. You can be mist. I don't care. I don't care about you. I care the very least. Little mist. I don't care. I don't care at all about you. But it's very little. It's not. I mean, I'm not having sleepless nights about you. I don't know if you what's happening to you. Not giving me sleepless nights because I don't know you. Yeah. So please don't. Let's not become friends. I don't need more friends to worry about. Yeah. I already have like. Maybe 2.5. I mean, which is like 3.5 too many, right? Yeah. Back to the manga. I'm starting with a manga, and big surprise to everybody who's been watching this for. I'm picking up Vinland Saga, book 3. Because that's what I'm showing you every TBR. I hate this season. Oh man, my nose is so blocked. I hate this season of the year. Vinland Saga book 3, because I am on a tear through Vinland Saga. It is so awesome. Well, is it a tear if you only had book 3? I started only 2 months ago. I'm reading one a month. Can't wait to get into it. So awesome. This is the one. It's a book 3, so I can't be telling you what. All I'll read here at the top is a bloody coming of age. Oh yeah. And we book 2 ended. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to get back there. I'm not giving away that I like Vinland Saga. Does anybody pick up here that I really love? I'm really enjoying Vinland Saga. Yeah. And my first comic for the month. And hopefully my last Mark Miller for a while. Nemesis. Mark Miller and McNevins. Who McNevins? I don't know. Let me take it out. Of its thing. Which is, that's just his Miller McNevins. Now, what's McNevins' name? I didn't realize McNevins is so famous. Steve McNevin. Yeah. Nemesis. Cool art though. You have to give it that. I mean, maybe that's why McNevin doesn't need to use his first name on the front page, because he's got that cool art. Looks quite awesome. How does it look through that, eh? Because it's kind of dark here, which makes it look good on the camera, but still. What is Nemesis about? Who is Nemesis? He is a son of a privilege. Oh. Damn. Okay. Let me look like that. Shut up about how that makes my nose look. Who is him? He is the son of privilege, an inheritor of billions from his deceased parents. Okay, we can kind of, I already know who they mocking here, right? Especially if you look at that suit. Yeah, okay, I'm getting what they're putting down here. He owns a fleet of the finest cars and a hangar full of planes, and has countless technological gadgets at his command. Donning a mask and long flowing cape, he's a man in white, fighting relentlessly for the cause he believes in. But if you're thinking Mark Millar and Steve McNevin are telling a story you've already heard before, think again. You'll know you've got something completely different. You've got something completely different by the turn of the first page. Nemesis tracks the violent fantasies come to life of the villain to top all villains in an... Yeah, maybe I should... That better? Maybe. It is kind of dark here, so shut up. Completely different by turn of the first page. Nemesis track the violent fantasies come to life of the villain to top all villains in an in-your-face, unapologetic tour de force of action, ultra-violence, and over-the-top humor. Miller, and he says kick-ass and wanted in brackets, McNevin, Civil War style. I am absolutely loving Nemesis. Brian Joel IGN. Okay, congratulations, Brian, that you love. I'm glad for you, Brian. I am very glad that you like Nemesis. It's the last 2 months I've been reading Jupiter's Legacy. Let's get all the out. The last 2 months I've been reading Jupiter's Legacy. Really enjoying that. My favorite Miller so far. I know a lot of people love Nemesis, so I am excited. See what he's putting down there. Then we're going back to manga. Big surprise. Who's it going to be? It's going to be we're going One Piece Volume 4. Yeah, it's every month. It's probably going to be for the foreseeable future. It's going to be a Vinland Saga and it's going to be a One Piece. So yeah, no surprise there. So we're going Volume 4 there. The Black Cat Pirates. With Mr. Black Cat Pirate leader over there in front. Yeah. Did I just spoil that? You already found it out if you were reading. Yeah. So that is. I got the omnibus, but I'll only be reading Volume 4 as always. And since it's Volume 4, I can't tell you. It's just that this guy plays a big role in that chapter. Who's that guy? His name's Usopp. The Dread Pirate Usopp. Be careful of this guy. Very dangerous dude. Yeah, let's move on from that. I mean, what do you want? It's One Piece. What do you want me more to say? I've enjoyed One Piece, and I'm like, unless Vinland Saga and One Piece, like, and one of the books really like takes a turn for the crap, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be reading one a month for the rest of the year, and probably into next year. Yeah. Although those Vinland Sagas, it looks like they're getting expensive, and they seem to have ticked the price up on them as well. Yeah, so who knows? Maybe I'll just say, nah, this is getting too expensive now. But it's so good though, it's so good. Then the last comic I'm gonna show on my thing, I'll be picking up Saga Volume 3. I'm literally in the middle of reading I'm reading Saga Volume 3 right now. I'm gonna be picking up Saga Volume 4. Oh, I have the compendium with the first 9 volumes in it. My favorite, at this point, my favorite comic run of all time. So cannot wait. Just like this is the number one. It's gonna be on every month. Vinland Saga, One Piece, and Saga are gonna be on every month's TBR. So what am I supposed to do? I don't know. It's gonna get repetitive. It's part. There will at least be one, hopefully, that you don't not expecting. I don't know, what do you want me? Who knows, maybe something happens and I decide, nah, I need a break. Maybe something like that. Okay, let's move on to our vegetables. To the non-fictions. And this is like, I decided and the first one I'm going to be picking up in the non-fictions is Quentin Tarantino's Cinema Speculation. This book's also on my list of 36 must-reads for the year, so I'm ticking off them slowly. Like, yeah, I'm excited to get into this. This is going to be my first Quentin Tarantino book, my first non-fiction, definitely. I also have Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but I haven't read that yet. Yeah, excited to get to this though. But so what is cinema speculation about? It's about Tarantino talking about the films when he was a kid. But I'll read what I say on the back for you, just for it to be nice. Let's pick this one up so that I can see, because the light is dark. I didn't swear. You swear. You're swearing. Yeah. Organized around the key American films from the 1970s, all of which Quentin Tarantino first saw as a young moviegoer at the time. Cinema speculation is intellectually rigorous and insightful as it is rollicking and entertaining. At once, film criticism. Let's start there again. At once, film criticism, film theory, a feat of reporting, and wonderful personal history. It is all written in the singular voice, recognizable immediately as QTs. And with the rare perspective about cinema possible only from one of the greatest practitioners of the art form ever. Yeah, it's Quentin Tarantino talking about 70s cinema when he was growing up. Why not? Why not? It looks like fun. I studied film television. I love Tarantino's movies. My favorite is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, if you were wondering. And if you want to let me know what your favorite Quentin Tarantino movie is, drop it in the comments below and I can tell you I don't care. I really don't care. I really, really don't give a damn, my dear. Moving on from that, so okay, light-hearted cinema speculation. Then we are going to something a little less light-hearted in Tracking On by Denise Rates. In the company of brave men. Now, if you guys have been paying attention, and if you have been here before, you would know. But since you haven't been here before, let me tell you, you would know that I already read Commando. This is a memoir. Commando was takes place before this in Denise Rates' life during the Anglo-Boer War. This is about events after the Anglo-Boer War. This one's also on my list of 36 books I need to read. This is, I swear, this is even a better look. Even though I don't like that you guys can see my eyes in the moment, I kind of like how this looks, which is just me being evil. Tracking On in the company. So I read Commando, which is his experiences when he was a boy during the Anglo-Boer War. Boy of 17, he was a soldier. So he was a boy soldier. This is now the events he was part of after that. And they just have a quote from the Denise Rates. So I'll talk about it. Okay, let's read the quote please. To me, it had been terrible but not degrading. And I came away with a higher, not a lower, opinion of my fellow men. My chief memory is of great friendships and of millions of men on both sides who did what they thought they had to do without becoming the brutes that some writers say they were. Okay, he's referring to the First World War there, which a lot of this takes place during the time of the First World War. Let me hide my eyes from you guys again. Don't trust you. So yeah, he was South African born. He fought in the Anglo-Boer War, and this is which is in Commando, as I said. This takes place after that in Tracking On. It follows like in the time in between the Anglo-Boer War and the First World War. He did go to Madagascar, lived there, had some adventures there, and then he came back to South Africa. Took part in all the theaters of the South African War he was a little bit part in the rebellion that was happening in South Africa during the First World War. Then part in the campaign in what is modern day Namibia. It was German Southwest Africa back in the day. Then he was also in East Africa under Jan Smuts there. And then he actually went to the Western Front in Europe, where he led a regiment there. So Commando is one of the best. From a memoir perspective, it's definitely one of the best soldier memoirs ever written of. And Commando is likely the best one of the Anglo-Boer War. So I am curious. I enjoyed Denise Rates writing there so much. I wanted to go on, see the rest, Tracking On. Fascinating. And Denise himself is a fascinating, interesting kind of guy. Just a great guy to see that time period and what was going on through his lens. Because he's kind of like, he was not too clingy to any specific ideologies or anything. So it would be, It's not. He's not too. He doesn't try to make a certain point necessarily, which I enjoy from his writing. Yeah. So those will be the non-fictions, and I hope you follow along and you read them. Are you gonna read some non-fictions this month? You better, man. Come on. I mean, I love fiction, and there's a lot to say for fiction and the worth that it gives you. But you have to read a little bit of non-fiction. Get a little bit of more information into it, man. What do they say? What do they say? What are the conspiracy theories? Do your own research. I did my own research. You could tell, I did my own research. You know, the moment you say that, people are gonna. Why did you just say? I was assuming you did your own research when you were talking. The fact that you have to tell me that you did your own research makes me skeptical. Where was this research done? What did you do? Is your research a Facebook post that you read? I'm not coming for any of you. I know most of you are conspiracy theorists. Because it's fun. Listen, let's give it to it. It's a lot of fun. Conspiracy theories, a lot of fun. So I ain't knocking on you. I'm knocking on you. Have your fun. Eat your cake. But read a non-fiction book as well. And there's a lot of never mind that. But yeah. Just read a non-fiction book. There's a lot about conspiracy theories. A lot of non-fiction conspiracy theory books. So at least go read them. I'm sure they have some value. Some of them will definitely have. Some of them are like legitimate. The best of those are, go read. Let me throw out a record. Go read Tom O'Neill's Chaos. That's about the Manson family murders and every weird thing around it. That's such a crazy book and things he uncovered. Man, it was weird. Alright, let's go to the Mundane Fiction. We are moving right ahead. We don't want this video to be too insanely long. I will be continuing with the Iliad by Homer. Hopefully at this point I'm like 140 pages in. Hopefully I'll be about like halfway when the month actually starts. Because if you don't realize this, I'm not recording on the day you're seeing this. Big surprise. Yeah, and so far I'm really enjoying it. But it was going really fast in the beginning. Now it feels a little slow because it is a poem, right? So sometimes you have to reread a thing. So you can't just blaze through it. And then other parts you do kind of blaze through it. It's strange, but really interesting, really fascinating. Having a great time with this legendary epic poem. The battles in this are quite. The way that it's written, and you think in poetry, it's not going to be that. It's actually great. The battles being described is really amazing in this. So far, yeah. I'm not reading the back again because I read it at the previous TBR. So just go listen, and I crushed it. It was so good. You should go watch it out. You should definitely check that out. Man, don't judge let's not judge the book by the cover here, okay? I guess this is an old edition because I can't see people putting this on the cover anymore. And it's kind of annoying because some of my friends have seen this on the cover and they give me shit. It's Ken Follett's Eye of the Needle, which is a great mystery thriller that plays off in the Second World War. I think you're following a Nazi spy, like a super spy from Nazi. I will read at the back now. But unfortunately, this is the old edition. I got this for free, right? By the way, that's why I got it for free. It's like one of those with two books in it. It has got both Eye of the Needle and Lie Down with Lions. But I'm only going to read Eye of the Needle for now. Lie Down with Lions can survive at another time. But then people, my friends are sitting in and I say, why is there a swastika? Oh, why do you have Hitler? What's going on here? No, we're gonna get it. And it's like the ladies like, no, we're gonna get kidnapped. I don't kidnap ladies. Me personally, I don't. And not because I'm against it. It's more, I am against it, sure, but really as well, it seems like way too much effort kidnapping people. Who's got time for that? Who's got time? Well, I'm gonna keep him in any case. No. Now you kidnap somebody, now you have to feed him. You have to keep him alive. Ach, no, man, no. No, I'm not that proactive. No. Eye of the Needle. Eye of the Needle. What is Eye of the Needle about? The reason I'm also picking this one up now, because I know Mr. Brian Lee Duffy keeps going on like this is his second favorite Ken Follett book after Pillars of the Earth. Apparently it's just that great. Okay, Eye of the Needle. And it just like, apparently this is an amazing book. His weapon is the stiletto. His codename, the Needle. He is Henry Faber, coldly professional, a killer, Germany's most feared deep shut up. Germany's most feared deep cover agent in Britain. He's tasked to discover the Allies' plan for D-Day and get into Germany at all costs. A task he ruthlessly carries through until Storm Island and a woman called Lucy. That's always a woman, right? It's always a woman coming in between you and your duty, right? I mean, at least since he's a Nazi, it's probably good at a woman. You see that? Well done, Lucy. Looks like Lucy does something good. Oh, something good done by a woman in history? I'm joking. Yeah, no. I don't know. I really don't know where that came from. Ladies, I apologize. God. The statements, let me open my paper. The statements made previously was very inappropriate and I did not mean to be offensive. I thought I was being funny, but now I understand such things are not jokes anymore. Women are capable of everything, and I do believe in you. Equal equality in everything. Awesomeness. And I was going through a bad day. I was struggling. But you know what? I'm not good. I am not good at making apologies. Let's just assume. I don't know what I'm talking about. I mean, it's okay. I don't know where that came from. I have to deal. I'm excited. And Lucy, well done. But I'm assuming it's not going to end well. Whatever's happening, this sounds like one of those books. Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's going to have a happy ending. Maybe it does. I don't know. Will Nazis still allowed to have a happy ending? Well, Ben, I don't know. I mean, what I like about this, it sounds very like The Americans, the TV show, and I love that. It's about time. I've only read a little bit of Ken Follett when I was younger, and I read a place called Freedom, but the abridged version that you found in the Reader's Digest. So, yeah, that's not great. I don't want the abridged versions. I'm really excited that. And I hope I love it because I have quite a few Ken Follett books. When that is done, we're going to a classic. I do think I should be able to get those done with a little bit of time left in the month. So picking up something small, a classic that's also on my list of books, 36 books to read this month, this year. So I'm trying to get them down, get that list. Let's see if I can get a lot of them off the list this month. Heart of Darkness by Joseph Conrad. Heart of Darkness, Joseph Conrad. It's the one. It's the book that inspired Apocalypse Now. Even though this plays over in Africa, and that plays over. Why is it? It's like all the stuff that's written in Africa, right? That's like it's always the craziest, darkest stuff. Like Stuart Clutter stuff that I've been reading. Wilbur Smith. I have like a bunch of South African authors as well. Yeah, it often is like in the darkest. It makes grimdark look like nice. Was Africa really? I mean, I think there was a time period, because I think a lot of it, like especially around the colonial era, it was just nightmarish things that were happening. So I guess that's part of it. But okay, what is Heart of Darkness about? If you don't know, I think this one actually has 2 books in it. Heart of Darkness, and then the Congo Diary. Okay, but notes on the Congo Diary. Okay, but I'll be reading Heart of Darkness. That's what I'll be reading, which is quite a short book. Okay, what is hot? On a boat in the Thames. Let's restart that one. And let's do this. Let's pick them up. Boom down. Okay. Whoa. This is even worse. What? So apparently I don't understand how. But it looks like this white is at least allowing me to see. On a boat in the Thames estuary, Marlowe tells his traveling companions of his reconnaissance expedition for a Belgian trading company in its most remote outpost in Central Africa, which brought him on the trail of the elusive Kurtz, a brilliant idealist gone rogue. His account relates not only the perils he encounters on his quests, but also the deterioration of his state of mind, and as he is confronted with a world that is hostile and alien to him. Renowned for its stylistic boldness and dramatic descriptions, Heart of Darkness is a stark yet subtle examination of the powers of the subconscious and the workings of Western imperialism. Perhaps the most haunting story that human imagination has ever achieved. Jorge Luis Borges. I'm sure I said that name wrong. Yeah, I've always been kind of like, whenever I had this was the inspiration for Apocalypse Now, I love. That's one of my favorite movies. And then what it is about, I was like, yeah, I want to read that. I also saw that Amy Minton from Talking Stories, when she did a top 10, that this one was on the list there, and I was like, oh no, it's about time. And just what she said about it and described it, cannot wait for a little bit of Heart of Darkness. Yeah, because I mean, that is my name, right? I'm Heart of Darkness. People often say I am Heart of Darkness. I don't have a Heart of Darkness. How dare you? Just because I'm screaming at you doesn't mean my heart is dark. And I'm not screaming at you. I'm trying to educate you and you're not listening. If I don't scream, you won't hear. Now you say I am the Heart of Darkness. Wow. Shame on you. Shame on you. With the best of intentions, I try and help you. And you say such things about me? There's no hope for you. There is no hope for you. And my coffee is done. Done. Just like I am done with you. Actually, what I'm done with was the Mundane Fiction. So let's go on to the TBR. Or the fantasy and sci-fi. Although, let me spoil it now. There is no sci-fi on my TBR. It's just fantasy. I'm dying. I can't. My nose has been blocked for 3 weeks. Because this time of year, South Africa doesn't know what its weather is supposed to be. It just goes up and down crazy. And you have to wait till it's actual winter and stays cold, and then everything comes back to normal. Yeah. Hey, first up on the sci-fi and fantasy. The moment I heard about this book, I wanted to get it. And I wanted to do it. It was a new release of this year called Legacies of Obsidian. Let me go. Look at that beautiful cover by Daniel Hugo. If you don't know Daniel Hugo, go check him out on Instagram. He one of the greatest artists, period. He does also these amazing comic books. The series, and there's a new one coming out this year. That's one of my first, the highest form of art. An amazing artist. Let's just get a little bit more of that. Written by a South African duo of Katrina Ross and Noreen Dorman, which usually they write their own books, they write separately, but this one is written together in a world created by somebody else even. So what is Legacies of Obsidian about? Well, it is high fantasy. Let me review. Winter is here. On the way there, wink wink nudge nudge. Winter is here. And in a world choked by ice and snow, a peninsula is all that remains to the clans who seek to rule this narrow strip of land while battling a relentless, flesh-hungry foe that swarms against them. Prince Leonard Skylark. It's kind of like Leonard, but it's Linnard. Prince Leonard Skylark is destined to rule SkyClan, yet his path to the throne is not clear. And he must face treachery and turmoil before he can take his rightful place. Protected and harboring a secret that might yet spell the end of his clan, he must grow to manhood and stand against an evil that threatens to overwhelm all. Divided, the clans will fall, and a greater darkness will rise. I mean, that sounds pretty awesome, right? And it's Legacies of Obsidian, Winter Mage 1. This one and its sequel, Dawn of the Empress, was released on the same day. If I love this, which I think I am going to, I'm definitely picking up Dawn of the Emperors immediately after. I have high hopes for this. I feel like this is gonna be. I am expecting this to be the South African, and this is putting to it. This to be the South African fantasy series that stands next to the big hitters of the rest of the world. That can be like in the one that should go global and break out and stuff. Am I wrong? Am I gonna be wrong? Well, I'm gonna read and I'm really excited. I've never read anything by Dorman or Katrina Ross. Katriana, I think she's Katriana Ross, not Katrina Ross. Katrina Ross. But I am excited, and I am, yeah. It's about 370 to close to 400 pages. Close to 400 pages, but it's not written too small. I think I'll fly through it decently, depending on the writing style, which I have no idea on. But I have a good feeling. You know? I mean, I trust Daniel Ligu. If Daniel Ligu was willing to do the art for it, I trust that guy. He tells amazing stories. I don't think he's gonna waste his time doing it on Aristotle. And to follow up, Legacies of Obsidian is a big boy, a very big boy. All of those, I am pretty certain I will finish in a month. It's not too crazy, it's fine. This is the one. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish this, but I'm gonna try. I will at least say this guy's writing is. You can go through them quite fast, especially later. The way he builds his stuff, you just go at a pace. Okay, I mean the book is so big, it's in two. It comes in 2 volumes because it's technically one book, but for the binding they split into 2. George R. Martin's A Storm of Swords, the 3rd book in A Song of Ice and Fire. Look at all those pages. I think if you just look on Goodreads, it says 1,100 something pages. Yeah, it's a big boy. I think they did it like this. The writing is still not that big, so yeah, it's still gonna, yeah. One thing I will say, so I've noticed with Martin, I tend to easily, even in the beginning stage, it's like, even while reading other stuff, I still get to at least 30 or 40 pages a day. And especially later on, as you go through, as you start building towards the climax and stuff, it gets so rapid that when you start focusing, you're suddenly able to read 70 to 100 pages of this every day, and you can keep it. It sucks you in like few things. Few things are able to suck you in like Martin is, and this is apparently to be the book that's the best in the series, that does that the most, and it goes at a clip. Yeah. I am excited. I adored the Game of Thrones. I like Clash of Kings even a little bit better. I can't wait. My year of A Song of Ice and Fire continue. And this, just like Legacies of Obsidian, are also both on my list of must-read books for the year, of the 36 books for the year of 2026. So I'm planning to read. Well, the Iliad was also one, so let's call that one in as well. Iliad, Heart of Darkness, the 2 Cinema Speculation, Tracking On, Legacies of Obsidian, and then A Storm of Swords. So it looks like I am actually planning to read 6 of the 36 books on my 36 must read. So I'm looking to make a serious dent this month in that. But will I be able to finish? The big question is, will I be able to finish this? I mean, if I only focus on this, but then I'm gonna mess with the other ones, which I don't want to do. Yeah, this is gonna be a hectic month. I probably should have only had this one on, but I've been looking forward to Legacies of Obsidian so much. I feel like I have to read that thing first. And I also want to read it before Storm Swords. I don't want to read it right after Storm Swords. I think that's going to be like abusive to a new series. Like, no, I don't want to do that to them. I feel like that would be too mean. Yeah, so that is it. What do you think of my TBR? Which ones are you most excited? What are you reading? And then tell me, go into the comments, tell me what you're reading, and I can tell you why I think you are making bad decisions still, and why you're not reading what I'm reading. Huh? I'm showing you the way. But please tell me what you're reading. Maybe you show me something interesting. Maybe we can have a little quick discussion. Short messages. Short. Am I clear? Okay. I don't want no 10,000 word epics down there. Please. Please. It's a comment section. It's not your personal vlog, okay? Let's be respectful now. Let's be respectful. Also, you don't want to tell me too much about you because you know I'm going to use it against you. If you tell me too much, I'm going to use it against you. I like that. I like that. And I'm going to jab into you. And then you're not going to want to watch me anymore because I'm going to be mean to you every episode. Like, oh, that one's watching. And then you're going to unsubscribe, which is bad for me. It's bad for you. So keep the messages short. And then I'll try and keep my replies short as well. But although if my replies are long, that's fine. Don't complain. I have something worth saying, you don't. That's the difference, okay? Let's make this clear. So if I reply to you, feel the honor, and if it's a long reply, feel a little bit extra honored, okay? Okay? Let's not complain now. Let's be big about this. I am the lecturer, I am the educator. You are the students. Appreciate, yeah? Us teachers, we're so underpaid, man. We are so underpaid. It's really true. It's really, really true. But then that's it. That's it for this week. I am the anonymous librarian. You can call me Al. But if you don't call me at all, that is also fine. But keep reading. Keep reading. And ignore any weird stuff I said around Eye of the Needle. Have fun. And send me a comment, man. Just give me a like. What about a subscribe? It's okay. Appreciate you guys. Not really. Bye.